Caitlin Clark effect isn't just changing the game, it's changing the business, from packed arenas to surging ticket prices.
Clark, step back three. Oh, she hit it and draws the foul. Welcome back, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's rise is nothing short of legendary, and now industry insiders are predicting she could become the first billion-dollar athlete in women's basketball. As the face of the Indiana Fever, her talent, marketability, and influence are rewriting the rules of the game. From record-breaking college highlights to packed arenas in the WNBA, Clark isn't just changing how people watch basketball, she's changing what it means to be a sports icon. Could she really reach a billion-dollar brand status? Based on her momentum, endorsements, and fan base, the answer looks more like when, not if. Caitlin Clark's stardom is already rewriting the playbook. From the moment Caitlin Clark debuted in a WNBA uniform for the Indiana Fever, it was clear this was no ordinary rookie. She's not just playing the game, she's transforming it. Clark's electric presence has sent shockwaves through the league, packing arenas, crashing social media algorithms, and redefining what it means to be a women's basketball superstar in America. Her three-point range is logo deep, her confidence unshakable, and her cultural appeal unmatched. What sets Clark apart isn't just her on-court brilliance, but the empire she's building off of it. During her collegiate run at Iowa, she didn't just lead a team, she led a movement. She shattered TV ratings, triggered ticket frenzies, and brought a new level of visibility to women's college basketball. The Caitlin Clark effect became a real-time case study in how one athlete can shift an entire economic and media landscape. Now as a pro, her impact is expanding. Marketing experts project her brand value to hit billion-dollar territory. Yes, billion with a B, that projection isn't rooted in hype alone. It's based on her unparalleled crossover appeal, especially to younger demographics and non-traditional basketball audiences. From fashion endorsements and media partnerships to exclusive merch lines and beverage collaborations, Clark is charting a course that few women athletes have navigated before. In many ways, she's not just playing in the WNBA, she's reshaping its future. With her influence, the league is gaining unprecedented attention, sponsorships, and broadcast deals. Caitlin Clark isn't just chasing basketball greatness, she's a brand, a movement, and the face of a new era where female athletes are finally getting the spotlight and the market share they deserve. The playbook has officially been rewritten. The brand power of Caitlin Clark. Let's talk numbers, because billion-dollar athletes don't get there on charm alone. Caitlin already signed lucrative NIL deals in college with Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm. These weren't token agreements. They were multi-million-dollar partnerships built on the understanding that Caitlin isn't just another athlete. She's a movement. She moves product. She moves ratings. She moves culture. Nike didn't just slap her on a commercial, they're building signature sneakers around her. The last time they did that with a rookie in this kind of aggressive marketing strategy, LeBron James. She's Gen Z's answer to Steph Curry with a splash of Megan Rapinoe's fearless presence and a Serena-like command of the moment. What Caitlin Clark brings to the table isn't just scoring ability, it's storytelling. People are invested in her journey, from dropping 40-foot threes in college to carrying the Indiana Fever from the basement to primetime. Now consider the fact that in just her first weeks in the WNBA, Fever games saw sellout crowds across the country, not just in Indianapolis. We're talking Minnesota, Chicago, Los Angeles, and even teams that typically struggle to draw fans. Opposing cities are literally circling Caitlin Clark games because they know what she does. She fills seats, she brings ESPN cameras, she sells out merch, she brings hype. Why billion-dollar status isn't crazy? Let's break it down. The billion-dollar athlete status doesn't come from a salary. The WNBA max salary is still under $250,000, laughable compared to men's pro sports. But what Caitlin's tapping into is a wider financial ecosystem. Think Serena Williams, think Tom Brady, athletes whose brand outpaced even their immense athletic abilities. Caitlin is on that path. Her college viewership numbers already outdrew the men's Final Four at times. Her social media engagement is explosive. She's scoring over 30 points against WNBA veterans with a level of poise and flair that makes headlines every time she steps on the hardwood. Her every step becomes a TikTok reel, a YouTube highlight, or a marketing case study. And let's not ignore timing. Caitlin Clark is rising just as women's sports hit a financial tipping point. The WNBA just inked an expanded media rights deal. Women's college basketball is generating March Madness level revenue, brands are desperate for authentic female athlete endorsements, and Caitlyn's name tops every list. She's not just famous, she's marketable in a way that feels organic. She smiles and signs every kid's jersey. She trash talks with confidence. She makes you believe. Now plug that energy into global deals, Olympics, international shoe sales, tech platforms, media appearances, documentary rights. Netflix already sniffing around. Caitlyn's potential portfolio of revenue streams could make her the first billion-dollar female athlete not by accident, but by intention. Indiana Fever, from underdog to empire. The Indiana Fever struck gold, not just basketball gold, but full-on empire-building treasure when they landed Caitlin Clark with the #1 overall pick. First overall pick. You can already feel the tectonic shift. This team went from forgettable to unmissable overnight. Caitlin brings something few franchises ever see. A guaranteed spotlight. The Fever are now the hottest ticket in the WNBA. They've had more nationally televised games than ever before. Social media following spiked, season ticket sales exploded, merchandise sales, Fever jerseys, especially Caitlyn's, are flying off shelves. She's selling out arenas in ways reminiscent of Kobe's farewell tour, but she's just getting started. Her presence changes how the team markets itself. Suddenly, this isn't about rebuilding, it's about monetizing momentum. Corporate sponsorships are pouring in. The Fever's valuation is projected to increase significantly, and the city of Indianapolis is catching the wave too. Local businesses, hotels, restaurants, everyone is feeling the Caitlyn effect. And this isn't just hype. On the court, she's elevating teammates, stretching defenses, and making plays that drop jaws. She's showing leadership, passion, and a refusal to shrink under the pressure. Rookie of the Year? Very possible. Franchise savior? Already happening. Caitlin Clark, the Taylor Swift of sports. Think about this. When Taylor Swift rolls into town, hotel prices spike, traffic gets rerouted, and the local economy surges. Now apply that same effect to Caitlin Clark. That's the tier she's rapidly entering. Not just a sports star, but an economic catalyst. From sold-out arenas to surging TV ratings, Clark is proving she's more than an athlete. She's a movement. We're witnessing the rise of a generational figure with the charisma of Magic Johnson, the magnetism of Patrick Mahomes, and the crossover appeal of Simone Biles. Caitlin Clark has that rare quality. People who've never watched a basketball game in their lives are tuning in just to see what she'll do next. That's how you reach billion-dollar territory, not just through talent, but through mass cultural relevance. And the future isn't just about sneaker deals or commercials, it's about equity, it's about ownership. Clark has the star power and business acumen to secure stakes in companies instead of simply endorsing them. With her value rising before she's even completed a full WNBA season, major agencies, tech startups, and global brands are already lining up. But perhaps most importantly, Clark's impact isn't limited to her own career. She's creating a ripple effect across women's sports, drawing investment, media coverage, and fan engagement at unprecedented levels. She's not just elevating herself, she's lifting the entire landscape. Caitlin Clark isn't just the future, she's reshaping it in real time. Hollywood, fashion, and the global stage. Don't be surprised when Caitlin Clark becomes a household name far beyond the basketball world. Hollywood is already circling. With her magnetic personality and compelling story, she's primed for biopics, documentaries, and even reality TV cameos. She has that rare blend of charm and grit that media executives dream of, and the camera absolutely loves her. Fashion is another lane wide open for Clark. With her clean-cut, all-American appeal, she fits effortlessly into the mold of high-end brand campaigns. Think Ralph Lauren, Gucci, Adidas, labels that crave authenticity and cultural relevance. Caitlin wears confidence like a second skin, whether she's in a post-game hoodie or walking a red carpet. In the influencer-driven economy, that kind of effortless authenticity is marketing gold. Then there's the Olympics, Caitlin Clark repping red, white and blue. That's not just a moment, it's a global phenomenon in the making. Her Olympic debut could elevate her name beyond the US, reaching massive audiences in China, Europe, Australia and beyond. We've seen what global exposure has done for stars like Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka, launching them into multi-continent 8-figure endorsement deals. But Caitlin Clark isn't just following that path. she's poised to shatter it. With her mix of skill, style, story, and star power, she's on track to become more than an athlete. She's set to be a global cultural icon, a face recognized not just in gyms and arenas, but on screens, billboards, and runways worldwide. More than an athlete, a movement. The real magic of Caitlin Clark isn't just what she does with the ball, it's how she makes people feel. She's reigniting a fire in an entire generation, especially among young girls who now see themselves reflected in her power, confidence, and unapologetic greatness. Caitlin isn't just a role model, she's a revolution. And that kind of influence, it's priceless. Across the country, schools are reporting spikes in girls' basketball registration, youth leagues are booming, and shoe companies are racing to release kid-sized versions of her signature styles. Kids don't just want to play basketball, they want to be Caitlin Clark. And it's not just the kids. Parents, coaches, and lifelong fans are buying into the Caitlin Clark movement with enthusiasm and belief. She's not just playing the game, she's changing what's possible for women in sports. The idea of a female billion-dollar athlete is no longer surprising, it's expected. Caitlin is making that level of ambition feel normal, even overdue, and she's doing it all with a rare blend of grace, grit, and game. Caitlin Clark isn't just building a legacy, she's building a new standard. The road ahead. The road ahead won't be smooth. The WNBA is still battling for parity, respect, and the resources it deserves. But with Caitlin Clark in the spotlight, that evolution is accelerating at warp speed. Her presence alone is drawing massive audiences, selling out arenas, and pushing the league toward better TV deals, bigger sponsorships, and higher salaries. There will be bumps, media scrutiny, tough games, and potential setbacks, but none of that changes the trajectory. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a brand, a force, and a billion-dollar blueprint in real time. What sets her apart is not only her game, but her power to build. She's crafting a legacy that goes beyond stat sheets, a cultural shift, a redefinition of what it means to be a woman in pro sports. 5 or 10 years from now, she won't just be remembered for breaking records. She'll be remembered for building something far greater, a career, a movement, and possibly a billion-dollar empire. Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves, she's shaping the future of women's sports. From Nike deals to primetime games, she's proving that greatness sells, and her value only continues to soar. With Indiana Fever betting big on her and sponsors lining up, the road to becoming a billion-dollar athlete is wide open. She's not just playing basketball, she's building an empire. Do you think Caitlin Clark will reach that billion-dollar milestone? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because Caitlin's story is only just beginning, and history is being made.